Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. It's time to have a look at the next event that is coming out, which is for the HMS Barham. This is one of the Queen Elizabeth class ships. This one is a battleship from the First World War, and yeah, this was also the one that got leaked. Surprisingly, we're getting another naval event. Usually it would have been a ground event, at least if we follow the general pattern, but we're back to naval, so that's kind of interesting. I'm guessing the ground event is going to be for the anniversary, or it's going to be for something like that. But anyway, this is the Steel Baron event. It's going to be going from the 5th of September until the 23rd of September, and this one's actually pretty big for the naval vessel. You don't just get the vessel, you also get a bunch of decals, and there is a profile icon on offer too for this machine. So, let's get into what is the Barham, and then also, what is this event looking like? As always, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. So the HMS Barham is one of the Queen Elizabeth class battleships. Since this is one of the 5, this means that another one could easily come into the tech tree, which I think is probably going to happen. This vehicle, in general, is going to be a rank 6 and also an event vehicle, so it's not going to be a premium, it's just going to be a standard event vehicle, so no kind of research bonuses or anything like that, but also will be quite nice to bolster the lineups that you have at the high BRs. You will also be able to get a camouflage for it at the 9th stage of the event, which is kind of cool, and also get some full random modifications, very similar to the F-14, making it easier to grind. And since this vehicle is going to be incredibly high in RP cost, it's probably something that, you know, will help out quite a lot. The Barham was one of these vehicles which was commissioned in 1915 and basically served through the First World War, got involved in Jutland, just like everything did, and then also was used during the interwar period, and then was used in the Second World War. The difference between the Barham and many of the other vehicles of the Queen Elizabeth class, it didn't actually survive the Second World War. It was sunk in 1941. So this vehicle didn't actually get through the Second World War. So it'll be interesting to see which one they decide to pick when it comes to the Barham, because even though it didn't survive it, there was a bunch of different refits that this vehicle got. Now, they do talk about how, in at least the post, that the vehicle has its main guns. It has the 8 381mm main guns. It has an anti-aircraft battery with twin 102mm Mark 16 guns, and also reconnaissance aircraft. So that kind of tells me that this is the latest refit that it had. So it should have stuff like pom-pom guns. It should have a bunch of octuplet setups too, and also some additional armor on top of its standards. But who knows, maybe it won't get all of that, and instead it'll just get its 4 twin 15-inch guns, which is its main armament, and then 14 single 6-inch guns, which it had too. Now, the vehicle also technically had torpedoes, so there's that as well, and a decent chunk of armor on it, since this is, at the end of the day, a battleship. It would have over 300mm on the belt, giving it quite a nice complement. There are also some other awards for this event too. You have 2 decals and also a profile picture, which is kind of cool. There are 9 stages to this event, and each event is 45,000 mission score, so basically the same as the F-14 event, apart from the fact that you have to play naval. So this will be a naval battlefield. For the 2 stages, you get 1 of the decal rewards. For 4 stages, you also get 1 of the decal rewards, and for the 6th stage, you get the profile, 8th stage, you get the Barham, and 9th stage, you get a unique camouflage and also the modifications. All of the other stages, you get a random reward, which is pretty much the same one that you find in the Page of History stuff, so either SL or RP boosters, random wages and orders, backups, a random camouflage, or a day of premium account. Now, the 2 decals which are available, you have the emblem of the HMS Barham, which is fair, since that's the thing that you're grinding out, And then also you have the Per and Fur decal, which I'm guessing is referencing either the mascots that are on the ships usually. There's usually quite a few animal mascots that used to go along with the ships. There's a famous black cat in the Royal Navy. I'm not sure if it was on the Barham or not, or if it was on a different one. But yeah, maybe it's a reference to that. It could be a reference to something else. If you have any ideas, please let me know. And then also we have Arthur Craig Waller, who has also turned up. Arthur Craig Waller was the captain of the HMS Barham, so it made a lot of sense. This guy actually died during the Second World War in 1943, unfortunately. Born in 1872, served in the Royal Navy since 1885, so literally joined when he was 13, which is crazy to think about, and served all the way into 1943. But yeah, during his service, he was the captain of the Barham, which is where he kind of turns up. So yeah, you can get the captain of the ship, you can get the ship itself, and a bunch of other things. Now, all of the other standard stuff applies for this machine. You can grind out the coupon if you want. It's 750,000 mission score in order to get it, and also at the same time you do have the discounts on purchasing the stages if you get so far through it. So if you get 85% through a stage, the purchase of it will be halved, and 95% you will have to pay a fifth of the price in order to GE it. So that's basically how it goes. You'll have to actually play rank 3 naval battles or higher in arcade or realistic to be able to get it done. I think for me, I'm probably going to play a lot of 6.0 US, just because that's kind of where I have to grind stuff out now, and it'll be kind of a joy to do. Like the last time I spaded a lot of 5.7s, and a lot of those 5.7s were pretty decent, but at the same time, they definitely had their issues. There's a lot of imbalance at that BR, whereas the 6.0 American cruisers just feel like bang, 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 bang. You could just annihilate everything that goes around. So it's kind of surprising to see another naval event. I thought we were going to get a ground one. I thought we were going to follow the general cycle, and I don't think this is going to please a lot of people out there, because obviously they would want to see a ground vehicle. It's nice to see parity across the plays. You want to see event vehicles for everybody, but hopefully with this coming in, it means they have something special for ground and they want to line it up with a key event that is going on. Whether it's November or whether it's Christmas, who knows? But right now, we have another very large ship on the prowl for the Royal Navy, which is growing in size all the time. This also confirms another piece of the leak list, which was more of the kind of surprising part of the leak list in the form of the new event vehicle, because once again, it would have made a lot more sense if it was going to be a ground vehicle, but instead it is the Barham itself. Unfortunately, it isn't the Queen Lizzie, but hopefully with the Queen Elizabeth, we can see her in the tech tree, or we can see some of the other ones in the tech tree to have a bit of fun with too. As always though, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank GMG Smiley, CD Beans, Chieftain Mike, EMN3 Galaxy, Tulio Pontecorvo, Brendan Quinn, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Wartinder, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, B. Young, Ozzy Panzer, Alan Hacker, Liam Shear, Opium Prime, Lafouche, Sem, Aslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R. for supporting the channel.